Player 1 wins!
Hey guys, so I managed to track down another dev, and I've actually managed to squeeze in 5 minutes with Skyscrapers, which actually this has been really busy. We've just seen 2 groups of people playing this, and it's been really frantic. Can you tell me a little bit about Skyscrapers?
Yeah, so it's a competitive multiplayer platform fighting game. It's coming out soon on PS4 and Steam, and in it you play one of these characters whose passion is climbing to the top of collapsing skyscrapers.
Excellent news. So this is, it reminds me so much of those levels of Smash where everybody just tries to hang on, and it feels like that's what you've done with it mechanically.
Yeah, so we're kind of inspired by lots of kind of 80s and 90s arcade games and kind of sand games and like cartoons of the era and things like that. So we just wanted something that was suitably ludicrous to be doing.
And the aesthetic kind of fits that with, we've got all these sort of ninja-esque characters going on, and just all these random bits of buildings that I'm not sure would even come from those buildings, but all the chests and things falling down. You've got that kind of mania of having to keep on above the auto-scroller. That's really, really clever. How did this come to you?
Well, I'd really like to tell you, but I genuinely don't remember where I was when I came up with the idea. But I was trying to think of a game that could use this visual style, because there was an artist I really wanted to work with on the game. And I remember the meeting where I went, I've had this idea for a game. I don't remember having the idea. But,
okay.
So maybe it was a vision.
Maybe. It was one of those dream things, the Earth moves around us, not we move around the world. No, it's very clever, and this sound design feels so arcadey.
Oh yeah, I'm really lucky though. A guy called Chris Randall, who's done the audio for this, who also worked on LA Cops and Volume. And when I was looking around for audio guys, he sent a sample piece of music which was exactly right, that kind of 90s fun rock arcade sounds. Perfect.
And it really does remind me of skipping out of school and heading down to the arcade, it really does. Do you feel that it's been a bit of a challenge though, bringing that sort of arcade feel forward to a modern title?
Yeah, to some degree, but what we've kind of tried to do is keep the sensibility of that, but make everything kind of, because although it looks like you could play it on an old-fashioned machine, actually some things we're doing with all the animations, all the rotations and all of those kinds of things, camera zooming in and out, couldn't really get away with without a really high quality art and HD assets and all of those kinds of things. So yeah, we've kind of made use of the fact that we've got the technology on our side and can do something that feels like an old game but actually is very modern.
Now, to me, the mechanic is very simple. You just jump to the top. But what surprises has Skyscrapers got for us?
There's quite a lot of nuance to it, so it's a 2-button control scheme. You've just got jump and attack. But in terms of the movement stuff, the higher the angle of the object you're on, the higher you jump. So you can jump on the end of a platform, it'll spin round and you can run up it and get even higher. You can do like special attacks based on tricks and things that you've done. So yeah, there's actually quite a lot for people to learn as they're playing.
So it's really easy to pick up, but difficult to sort of master and move on with.
Yeah, and the other thing is it plays very differently. If there's 4 of you, it's very kind of intense, fast-paced, frantic thing. Whereas if there's 2 of you, it becomes a bit more tactical. You have to make a lot more choices about how you're going to play against your opponent.
I think the important question for me, because this is multiplayer and it harks back to proper couch shoving each other multiplayer, how many friendships and families do you expect this will destroy once this launches?
Hopefully all of them. I mean, every single relationship will be in tatters by the time everyone's played this.
So we're looking at like Mario Party level destruction.
I hope so, yeah.
Excellent news, excellent news. So to go with the gorgeous aesthetic and I mean the sound design is, that we talked about the soundtrack being very clever, but those sound effects, so every time you jump, every time you attack, it really, really feels almost rewarding. So, I mean, have you got a favourite in there at all?
Yeah, well, one of the things we've gone with is kind of really classic 90s arcade announcer. So when you're selecting characters in the character select screen, it says their names, and then at the end of the round, it goes, "Player 1 wins," and those kinds of things. So.
Excellent. So it's almost sort of gladiatory, yeah?
Yeah. The idea is not that these people are kind of fighting to the death; that they're competing in a ridiculous sport against one another. So.
Which is actually, I think, a little bit of a refreshing twist on the usual multiplayer game.
Yeah, and so as well as the multiplayer game, it's a single-player game, so you can select any of the characters and play through a kind of campaign.
Oh, so you really get to make use of all that sort of tactical, mechanical aspect.
Yeah, and then they have little conversations at the start of each round, so you get to learn more about the characters, and there's a little animation at the end, like in Street Fighter, you get to find out what happens.
Oh, excellent news, excellent news. All right, so if people want this, where are we in development and when can we get our hands on it?
Oh, well, this is basically the finished version we're showing now, so pending Sony approval, it'll be out on PS4 and Steam in the next couple of weeks.
Excellent news. And if people want to find out more about you online, where can they find you?
They can follow Ground Shatter on Twitter, or they can go to skyscrapers.groundshatter.com for their kind of game page.
Excellent news. Well, thank you for showing me the game. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Guys, I'm going to head out and see who else I can track down. It is very busy here today again, even though it's last day, but we're going to bring you that content. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you again, and I hope the rest of your convention goes really well.
Yes.